Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles, the elders, and the men of great millstone, and also those men who teach and preach the likewise doctrine, not mixing it to fix it, not making changes to the way they see fit. And I want to say shalom to all the Akim and the Akwath that may be watching and listening. This is your brother Batakala Yahweh from GMS Chicago, and I'm back at you with another video to the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. And today I just want to talk about what real riches are. And when I was in the world, I had some teachers, and I'll just be honest, they lived the lifestyle of pimping and hoeing. And of course, that's not a lifestyle that I promote any longer. It's wicked. Soliciting adultery is wicked. Putting a woman out on the blade and having her sell herself to other men is adultery and is wicked. And so I don't condone any of that anymore. But although those men and the people who partake in that lifestyle are wicked, you can still learn something from anybody. And there are a lot of bones, or Salakia, there is a lot of meat, even though there are a lot of bones as well. And one of the things that I learned from some of the teachers that I had, and what's crazy is that these men, they would call themselves well-rounded, and some of them were quote unquote, I guess you could say Christians, or would call themselves saved at one point, and would call themselves strong, hard Christians at one point, up until whatever happened in their life and they decided to go down a different path. But a lot of things that I learned from them, they would use the scriptures to explain, which it sounds backwards, it sounds like it doesn't make sense, but at the end of the day it does make sense, because people who are smart understand that the real guide to life and the real answer, the only book with the answers to this life is the scriptures. And even if you participate in a life of carnality, a strong knowledge of the scriptures is really all you need. And you can Teddy Roosevelt is credited with saying that quote, but this is a known fact for those who are in the know and those who actually have real knowledge. And that's one of the reasons why they don't allow teaching the Bible in public schools, because of the fact that you wouldn't be a good slave if you knew the scriptures, especially for those of you who are Israelites, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as well as the speckled bird, who may look like the other nations, but father's lineage go back to those three groups. You wouldn't be a malleable slave if they allowed you to learn the scriptures, even on a low level. But like I said, these gentlemen who are participating in that lifestyle, one of the things that they always stress and they always get across is that it's not about who has the most money. It's not about who has the nice car. It's not about who has the nice jewelry or who has this or who has that. What they were teaching me is that the true value of really a man, but what they would say is that to be a pimp you had to be a man first. But like I said, that the pimp lifestyle is wicked. So we're just going to say, to be a man and to be a real man of value, it's not about materialistics. It's about characteristics, and most importantly, it's about wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and the possession of uncommon information. Okay, one thing that they always told me and they always say is that you can lose money any day. Every run comes to an end. You might be having a lot of money. You might be having a car. You might be having this and that. And, for their case, you might be having a lot of women doing your work for you at one point in time. But ultimately, the only way that you're really going to be really an effective man, or in their case, an effective pimp, is if you have the understanding, the uncommon information. Why? Because all that money, all those cars, all those women, those can be snatched away from you in 1 second. One day you can be on top and you can have everything, and the next day you don't have nothing no more. Everything gets taken away. And the only thing, well, I won't say the only thing, because the Most High can take anything away from anybody, as just to prove that wisdom can be taken away. Nebuchadnezzar was made into a madman and was eating grass and acting like an animal. So I'm not saying that the Lord can't take the wisdom away. But what I am saying is that if you do have the favor of the Lord, and you do go, even though you will be going through trials and tribulations as far as financially and with your material things in this life, if the Lord has mercy on you, he will allow you to retain that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and allow you to retain that uncommon information. And it's with that information that you can conquer the world, that you can do anything. See, you can lose your money in one day, but that information will provide you with more money in the future. But I'm just going to allow the scriptures to explain that, and we'll keep going. This is Proverbs 3:13. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. For merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things thou canst desire are not to be compared unto her. Length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. And like I said before, and really like these scriptures are saying, even if you lose everything, you can get all of that back with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures. Because it's the wisdom and knowledge and understanding that produces those things. Money is an inanimate object. Money and really money, cars, any materialistic thing, those are inanimate objects. They don't have a master. They don't care who's using them. They don't care about none of that. All of those things fleet with the moments that come and go. Those things are fleeting. Okay. You have to use money to do everything. So you automatically, when you have money, you automatically understand that you're not going to have that money forever, because you have to pay bills. You have to fill your car up with gas. You have to do this. You have to do that. Same thing with vehicles. They can wear and tear. They can just die. You can get into a crash. Anything can happen. And as far as the woman is concerned, she can just get up and leave whenever she wants to, because she's capricious by nature, meaning that she's always changing her mind. She's always looking for a better deal. She's always changing like the moon changes. So you can't rely on her to stay with you through everything and forever, unless the Lord has blessed you with a quality woman. And even when he does bless you with a quality woman, I would still call it foolish to depend on the fact that she's going to stay with you forever, because of the nature of the woman and in and of themselves. Okay. But like the scriptures say, this wisdom and knowledge and understanding is more valuable than all of those things. And the reason that it is more valuable than all of those things is because when you have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures, one, you fear the Lord, and those who fear the Lord are a delight to him and are allowed to receive more blessings if they continue to do what they're supposed to do, continue to have that fear, etc., etc. Okay, let's get to the next scripture. Proverbs chapter 15, verse 16, and it reads, better is little with the fear of the Lord than great treasure and trouble therewith. And like I said before, and like the scriptures are saying first and foremost, and in this case, I believe Solomon is King Solomon, who is Yahweh Shai in a former life, is who wrote this book. And this is a man of means. This is a man of wealth. This is a man with a large following. He had over 1,000 wives. He had a whole kingdom to himself. He pretty much conquered the known world where he was at, with the help of his father, King David. And so this is not a man that doesn't know about riches. This is not a man that's broke. This is not a man that hasn't had women. This is not a man that hasn't lived the good life, that doesn't have an understanding of the finer things in life. This is somebody that knows about all of that, and possibly one of the richest men, if not the richest man in the history of this planet, and definitely the man with the most women in the history of this planet. He understood that none of those things mattered, because without the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding and the fear of the Lord, none of those things would be possible for him to have. Okay. And like I said, all of those things can go away. All of those things can be taken from you in a moment. And, I'm learning myself through the trials that I have to go through in my life that, the Lord will give you all of these things to take them away, to see how you're going to act. to see if you're going to quit, to see if you're going to go and to do something that you don't want to do, or something that you know you shouldn't do, to recoup those funds, to recoup what you need to recoup, whether that be selling drugs, whether that be robbing somebody, whether that be putting a woman down on the blade to sell her body, anything. The Lord is going to test you to see if you want to go back to living that life, or if you're going to hunker down and you're going to get it the hard way. Let's get to the next one. This is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 8. Better is little with righteousness than great revenues without right. And, like these scriptures are saying, and like I mentioned earlier, the Lord will give you things. He'll put you in a comfortable position. And the only reason that you're even allowed to feel that comfort at first is to see what's going to happen when that comfort is taken away from you. OK, but it says here that if you hold on to your righteousness, even if you don't have a lot, you'll be better off in the end than if you decide to go down a wicked path to get your money back up, to get your car back right, to get these women back on your team. See, it's about having integrity. It's about not folding. OK, you can look at you can look into the book of Job for another example. OK, Job was a man of means. He had everything that a man would want: gold, silver, a large family, cattle, lands, wife, maybe more than one wife. You know what I'm saying? And all of that was taken away from him for what you would say is no reason. Now, you don't know what Job did in a past life. You don't know, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what he could have done in a past life that maybe warranted what the Lord did to him ultimately. But even if Job didn't do anything in the last life, one thing that we have to understand is that we're nobody. All we are action figures for the Lord. So if he decides that you're going to be down on the bottom for however long, you just have to take that and you have to have a Coke and a smile and shut the fuck up, in the words of Richard Pryor. Because who are you to say, why are you doing this to me, to the Lord? And Job went through that. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect, because when you're going through the trials and tribulations, yeah, man, demons are going to get on you, man. You're going to feel depressed. You're going to feel sad. You're going to feel down. OK, Job even went through that himself and had to get checked by the Lord. But ultimately, the Lord knew that he was going to hold it down. The Lord knew that he was going to keep his faith. And when he did, he was increased sevenfold on the other end of it. OK, and, all these stories, they're written and they're given to us so that we can look back at them and understand that when we're in the strife, when we're in the jam, when we're in a bind, we can look back at these men that really, honestly, went through more than what you might be going through. Now, of course, everybody's struggle is everybody's struggle. The Lord knows how to hit you in the gut where it hurts. But, I mean, Job lost all of his children. Job lost his wife. Job lost all of his livestock. He lost everything and was struck with diseases and boils. But he still held the faith. He still kept his integrity. And that's something that we can all learn from. I'm going to get this last scripture and then we can close it out. This is Proverbs 16:16. How much better is it to get wisdom than gold, and to get understanding rather to be chosen than silver? And just to keep hammering that point across, it's the uncommon information that's the real wealth. Just the fact that the Lord has allowed you to hear these scriptures, to read these scriptures, to hear the apostles and the elders on down, and have understanding about what they're saying, and have a zeal to want to learn more and increase your understanding. That's the real wealth. Now, of course, the scriptures say that, in the book of Revelations, I know thy struggle, or I know thy struggle and tribulation and poverty, or something along those lines, but thou art rich. Now, of course, that's talking about the fact that we have an inheritance, which is the kingdom. And that's really the real riches that's talking about. But that also can be talking about the riches that are this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Because like Solomon is saying in this book, in Proverbs, the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding are worth more than money. Okay. Now, yes, are we going to get all of those material things and all of those rewards at the end of the day? Of course, the Lord is not wicked. The Lord is not unjust. The Lord is not a liar. He said he was going to give us those things. So those things are coming for those of us that endure to the end. Yahweh Ratazah, me, and all the men that came before me be of that number. But even with that being said, the materialistics is not the real wealth. Even when we get into the kingdom, when we have the materialistics, that's not going to matter because guess what? Esau has all the materialistics right now, but he doesn't have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And that's why his society is crumbling and he's going to go into captivity. OK, money with a fool is still you're a fool with money. You're not you just throw your money away. You waste the money and you ruin everything around you. But you just had some money to do it with. OK, but when you have wisdom, knowledge and understanding, then you can use these materials properly and you can rule properly. But it's the wisdom and knowledge and understanding that allow you to do that. And really, first and foremost, it's Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that allow you to attain the wisdom and knowledge and understanding to be able to do that. But that's all I had to say for this one. So, Lord willing, it was edifying. I just want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles, the elders, and the men of Great Millstone, and also those men who teach and preach the likewise doctrine with no compromises, not mixing it to fix it. And I just want to say shalom and abad babal, kwam yasharallah.